Jesus invites us to a deeper way of living. This week, I request you take a time to reflect on your inner life. The world we live, it's easy to focus on appearances and external actions. But Jesus invites us to a deeper way of living, one that prioritizes the heart. Let's hear a story, the monk and the scorpion. There was once a wise monk who lived by a river. One day, while meditating on the riverbank, he noticed a scorpion struggling in the water. The monk reached out to save the scorpion, but as soon as he touched it, the scorpion stung him. Despite the pain, the monk tried again to save the scorpion, and again it stung him. A passerby saw this and said, "Why do you keep trying to save the scorpion? It'll only sting you again." The monk replied, "It's in the scorpion's nature to sting, but it is in my nature to save. Should I change my nature because the scorpion does not change its nature?" Dear friends, for this Sunday's Gospel, Jesus challenges us to look beyond the external actions and focus on the state of our hearts. Just as the monk in the story reminded the true to his nature despite the scorpion's sting, Jesus invites us to remain true to love and purity that should define our hearts. The Pharisees' focus was on external rituals. The Pharisees were preoccupied with rituals of hand washing, believing that this external act was crucial for spiritual purity. But Jesus redirects their focus, emphasizing it's not these outward rituals that matter most, but the purity of heart. Just as the monk in the story continued to act out of compassion despite the scorpion's sting, Jesus teaches us that action should stem from a heart of love and purity, not just adherence to external practices. The monk's nature was one of the compassion, just as our nature as followers of Christ should be one of love and interior or inner purity. The true defilements come from within. Jesus makes it clear that it's not what we eat or whatever we perform certain rituals that defiles us, but the evil thoughts and actions that come from within. This teaching shifts the focus from external practices to the internal state of our heart. The scorpion in the story by nature stings. This is a reflection of its inner state. In contrast, the monk's inner state was one of compassion and love, which guided his actions regardless of scorpion's behavior. Similarly, Jesus calls us to examine what resides in our heart. Are our actions driven by love? Or the negative thoughts, intentions that we need to address? Living a life of authentic faith. This message is called to live authentically, ensuring that our external actions reflect the purity and goodness within our hearts. This authenticity is what makes our faith meaningful and transformative. Like the story, the monk who acted according to his nature, we are called to let our actions reflect the purity of our hearts, even when others may not understand. When the world around us may sting like the scorpion, we must remain true to love and goodness that God has placed within us. Create in me a clean heart, O God. In today's world, it's easy to focus on appearance and external actions, but Jesus invites us to a deeper way of living, one that prioritizes the heart, like the monk who remained true to his nature of compassion, that remained true to love and purity. Jesus calls us to cultivate within ourselves. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Jesus invites us a deeper way of living. This week, take time or make a time to reflect on your inner life.